What's up, everybody? Welcome back into another episode of Tide Talk Live. Stacy Blackwood here, joined as always by Jake Thomas. Jake, how you doing tonight, man?
Man, I'm doing well. We dodged tornadoes this morning. This is Thursday night. We're recording this, so this morning here in Alabama we had tornadoes, and hopefully everybody's okay in the path of that. But now in the morning, Friday morning, we're going to have snow flurries and light snow. So welcome to that crazy Alabama weather, brother.
Yeah, it's certainly a strange couple of days here in Alabama with the weather, but we're all safe here. Like
Hmm.
Jake said, hope everybody's safe and warm, and are going to be warm when it cools off tonight and
Yeah,
tomorrow. So, but Jake, the Bama basketball team, we tried
man.
to do an episode earlier this week, but we had to recap the college football national championship game, and but now let's talk some hoops, Jake. This team is just on a roll. I mean, maybe the best team in the country. You could certainly make the argument for that. They've, maybe have the best resume in the entire country. They just continue to prove and show that they're one of the premier teams in all of college basketball. And Nate Oates has the Alabama fan base really excited about what's going on in Tuscaloosa.
Absolutely, man. And it's a flurry of several people. The three freshmen. I mean, what more can you say about how they played? I mean, Jaden Bradley's coming to his own. Of course, Brandon Miller is Brandon Miller. He's a stud. He is going to be a lockdown lottery pick. Top five, I would assume, at least top 10 for sure. And then Noah Clowney, he really didn't get a chance to do much last night, but I mean, at times he has been amazing as well. And then Charles Bediako has come alive this year. And he's getting a little bit more aggressive. It seems like around the rim, he's getting a lot more rebounds, and that's the thing about this team. The rebounding, offensive rebound especially, but overall the rebound is a lot better from last year. It seems like, and the turnovers. There are a few games where we have way too many turnovers, but like last night we kept it within a minimum. And as long as we don't have these stupid turnovers, this team is going to go far. And I mean, people's already talking about a national championship run potentially.
Well, the talent is there. The team chemistry is there.
Mm-hmm.
If they stay healthy and continue to build on what they've done so far, there's no doubt they have the potential to make a run at a national championship. It's just so hard to win a championship
Yeah.
in college basketball because there's so many variables and things that could kind of go wrong in a basketball game, and
Mm-hmm.
so you don't really want to put the cart before the horse. There's still a lot to play for in the regular season. A long way to go in the SEC play. Like you said last night, get a big time road win against Arkansas, Jake, 84-69. Just really, the last few minutes of that game, Alabama's toughness really
Mm-hmm.
prevailed in that matchup. It's a 2 point game with a few minutes left, and Arkansas really has all the momentum. And what does Alabama do? They hit three straight 3 pointers to put the game away, and it
Mm-hmm.
just it zapped the energy out of that building. Not only from the fans, but from the Arkansas players as well. They were done after that quick run. A minute and a half run where Alabama scored 9 straight points
Mm-hmm.
on 3 pointers, all from true freshmen. Noah Clowney hits the first one, then Brandon
Mm-hmm.
Miller goes back to back, and it really just took the wind out of the sails of the Arkansas fan base and the team as well. And it just really exemplified what this team, Alabama team, is all about. It's just about their toughness, Jake. They're
Right.
just they're built different than teams that we've seen in the past in Tuscaloosa. The moment's never too big. They don't ever feel pressured. They're just always in control, and they always make the plays they need to make late in ball games, and they really know how to close a game out, and that was really made evident last night in Fayetteville.
Absolutely, man. That game from start to finish was just fun to watch. I got to see all of the first half. There it was like a back and forth match for a while, and then Alabama would have a big run. But then right before end of halftime, Arkansas made a run. Alabama got to where they was just making mental errors, stuff like that, and then not getting any kind of good, decent. There's just decent shots. No, not good shots, just decent. I mean, it's just you know, not an Alabama type offense, and so they allowed Arkansas to get back in it and got that crowd back in it, for the second half, and going into halftime, Brandon Miller had 0 points, so you hear that and you think, well, they're down either big or they're going to be struggling. He's not going to have a good game. He still finished with 14 points, all in the second half, and then, like you said, those two huge 3-pointers, and that pretty much just sealed the deal. But also another guy, Mark Sears, man, how great he has been this year for the Tide.
Yeah, I want to talk about Mark Sears and
Hmm.
kind of just each individual player here in just a second. But as always, guys, you know the drill. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit that like button.
Hmm.
Jump in the comment section and let us know your thoughts on this Alabama men's basketball team. We're really excited about what they've accomplished so far this season and what they're have a chance to accomplish the remainder of the year. Also, click the link in the description below. Sign up on BetUS right now and make a deposit, and you will receive a 125% bonus on that deposit. And you will also be entered into our contest for a $500 giveaway, courtesy of Jake and myself from Tide Talk Live, if we reach our 30 signups and 30 deposits there on BetUS. Yeah, Jake, look, Brandon Miller clutch.
Right.
Mark Sears has just, and really Brandon Miller gets a lot of the credit, and deservedly so. He's the best freshman in all of college basketball, one
Absolutely.
of the best players regardless of class in all of college basketball. He's just, you mentioned no points in the first half. He didn't even have a field goal attempt in the first
No.
half.
Nope.
And then he finishes with 14 points in the second half. He's just such an efficient player, Jake. He doesn't force anything. He lets the game come to him. And then, Jake, he doesn't allow a slow start. He started slow against Kentucky as well, and then
Right.
finished with like 19. And
Right.
and he just somehow manages to find his way into the box score without even trying to find his way into the box score, because everything is just so effortless to him, and he just knows how to make winning plays, and he certainly deserved a lot of credit. But Mark Sears, the transfer from Ohio, who's from Muscle Shoals, which is pretty close to where me and Jake are at right now, just about
Hmm.
45 minutes away, but uh, he has been him and Noah Clowney, to me, really exemplify the toughness of
Hmm.
this basketball team. Mark Sears is not an overly big guy, probably 6'1" or so, but he gets in the paint. He creates shots for other players by his penetration into the paint. He's an amazing finisher for his size. He gets that ball, way up in the air and hits it high off the backboard to put it in. He draws a lot of fouls, so he gets to the free throw line. He was 10 of 10 last night from the free throw line, which is huge. He really kept Alabama in the game with his play and his scoring. He finished with 26 points, and he has just been a phenomenal pickup. What a the transfer portal has really helped a lot of programs, but I'm not sure one guy has made more of an impact for a team than what Mark Sears has for Alabama.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I mean, that was just an absolute diamond in the rough that Nate Oates and his crew found, in the transfer portal and got him here. And it's just it changed the dynamics of the team. It seems like you know this team has been hungry, uh, but this team this year, I mean, they know what they want, and they want to win, and they're going to do everything in their power to win. Only two losses so far, and and one of those losses, we looked very bad. But I think if we had another shot at UConn, it's a different team now. I just feel it, and I think it'd be a different story.
Well, Coach Oates kind of mentioned it after the game last night against Arkansas, how the UConn game really made Alabama grow as far as
Right.
toughness goes. It really made those guys a lot tougher, and really ever since that game, I know they lost to Gonzaga after that, but they've really just there's no doubt who the better team on the floor has been every night. And it's
Hmm.
been Alabama. I know they took that loss to Gonzaga, but they're a great team too, Jake. I mean,
Right. Yeah.
you got to take that, especially on a neutral court. I know it was in Birmingham, but Alabama just can't seem to win there for some reason.
God, it's
But
a Achilles heel.
yeah, but
God.
the impact that Sears has made, and people are forgetting rather quickly because really hadn't affected the team that much. Namari Burnett
Hmm.
has been out, a starter for this team, the best perimeter defender for Alabama, has been out for a few weeks. Coach Oates says he's really about 2.5 weeks out before he can return to the lineup. So, once Alabama gets him back, it's another guy who's going to get you between 8 and 10 points, and
Hmm.
he's going to help lock down the opposing team's best offensive players. So, when Burnett comes back, this Alabama team's just going to be even better. And It's amazing what Coach Oates has done, really, in building a team. Look, a lot of guys can recruit.
Right.
A lot of guys can bring in talent, but can they bring in a team? And that's
Right.
what Coach Oates has done, this year with Alabama. There's so many guys that are not really the stars of the team. To me, the stars of the team are Brandon Miller, Noah Clowney, and Mark Sears.
Mm-hmm.
But then you have a guy who's been a star, and Javon Quinlan, who's coming off the bench and really has taken on a leadership role,
Mm-hmm.
and he just kind of leads by example. And then when he gets his shot in the game, Jake, he performs well. He,
Right.
he has been a key component for Alabama the last two games, and he's really going to be more important, once the postseason arrives. SEC tournament, NCAA tournament get here. Javon Quinlan's experience and leadership are going to start to pay even more dividends.
Absolutely. And another guy who will step up and help with that leadership role is Dominic Welch. He's kind of getting back to being a little bit, getting healthy, but I know he's kind of struggled. He had a, couple of bad games, had a bad game last night, but I think all he is right now is just mental work for him. Once he gets it figured out, he's going to be an excellent player for Alabama, especially going through the SEC and getting into tournament time as well.
Yeah, Dom Welch, I know his numbers were not fantastic from last night, but if you remember, Jake, he helped. Arkansas took a late lead in the first half, and
Mm-hmm.
then Welch goes to the free throw, or he goes to the free throw line, makes two to make it a
Mm-hmm.
2 point game, and then he makes the layup at the end of
Right.
right at the really pretty much at the buzzer of the first half to
Mm-hmm.
tie it up. So he kind of helped Alabama. That's what I mean by veteran leadership and
Right.
experience. That's what experienced players do, Jake. They don't let the moment take over. They just play within themselves and they make winning plays. And that's what JQ and Dominique Welch have done for Alabama. And even Noah Gurley, Jake, he made
Yes.
a big time three for Alabama yesterday. He continues to rebound at a really solid rate. Not an overly big guy, but he plays post defense with a lot of effort and toughness.
Mm-hmm.
So he's able to affect some shots, even with his limited size there in the paint. Just this team, it's just a great team, Jake. And
Mm-hmm.
I know there is some star power, but there's also some great glue guys, and that's the recipe that you need if you want to win a championship.
I agree 100%. We know what this team has. This team knows what it has, and now it's just about finishing strong and see where you end up at in tournament. Come tournament time.
Yeah, no doubt. And up next for Alabama is Saturday's game against LSU there in Tuscaloosa.
Mm-hmm.
I will be there for Roll Tide Wire covering the game for there. So if you see me down there, give me a shout out. Love to talk to you and chat with you a little bit about some Alabama athletics. So hopefully I'll see a few of you down there on Saturday. But that's a big time matchup. Of course, LSU's got a new coach this season. His name is it slipped me. I had it wrote down and then I didn't bring the piece of paper with me when I came to record. But LSU's got a new coach, and they always have some pretty talented guys on the roster. So
Mm-hmm.
it won't be an easy game. There's no such thing as that in the SEC.
No.
Hopefully Alabama they've been mature all season long and really kind of played each game like it's a season of itself, and maybe they'll do the same thing on Saturday and come out and play well in front of a home crowd. It's already been announced that it's a sellout, so I'm sure Coleman's going to be rocking on Saturday afternoon.
Man, I'm hoping I get in front of a TV to watch that. I'm going to clear my slate because, Coleman, like you said, is going to be rocking. It's going to be a great game, and I'm ready to see. Just getting to see Brandon Miller. I love all the guys, but he's a guy we're only going to get to see one time. Once this year. So let's do
I'm
it.
afraid Noah Clowney is going to be joining him in
I know
in the
it.
draft too, Jake. That
I
guy
know
has
it.
turned into an absolute stud, and
Hmm.
his upside it's limitless, Jake.
It is.
I mean, you're talking about a guy that's 6'10", and he looks like he's never even trying because it's so easy for him.
It's just smooth.
I mean,
It's crazy.
he is smooth
Hmm.
and cool, and
Hmm.
he's just different, man. And you can tell he is a guy that literally. I mean, I know we say it all the time. Gets better every day. That dude gets better every single day because he is yet to even get close to his potential, Jake.
Right.
Like I said, his upside is limitless, and he has a chance to be a very special player, both at Alabama and the next level. And I'm beginning to think that he's probably just going to be a 1 year guy for Alabama as well, which is okay. I'm
Hmm.
happy for him. Just another guy in the NBA from Alabama,
That's
which
right.
helps in recruiting. And of course, will help the program in the future. But Jake, that's going to wrap it up. Really enjoyed talking some Bama basketball. We told you guys we'd have a episode this week dedicated to the Bama hoops, and
Hmm.
we have delivered that. Now, really excited about what Nate Oates is building in Tuscaloosa. Like we have said at nauseum, please give this man a lifetime contract. Please build
Yes.
him a new arena, and do not let him leave Tuscaloosa for any other job because right now, to me, Nate Oates is about as good a coach as anybody in the country can
Hmm.
get.
Absolutely,
He's
100%.
top notch. He's top
Hmm.
notch.
Yep, I agree 100%, man.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching. Like we said, if you're not already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We've gained like 300 subscribers in a week, so just keep
Mm.
that momentum going and help us just continue to pile up the subscribers. We're nearing 2,000, so help us reach that goal. Make sure you smash that like button, and we'll see you guys on the other side. And until next time, roll tide.
Roll Tide.